Hi guys, so I'm going to be showing you how to do an iron fillings experiment today because I think it's really interesting not only to talk about UFOs and aliens and the paranormal and all this stuff that's happening on Earth, all of this other truth, but also talk about some educational and science things as well. And you know, magnetic field is a wonderful thing. This is a interesting thing to learn because you know, the Earth has a magnetic field. We have a magnetic field around our bodies, and so everything relates together. But anyway, I won't expand your brain too much. But what I'm going to show you, I've got iron fillings here, and so you can get this off eBay, iron fillings, and I've got magnets here, and that's all you need for this experiment. And you can get neodymium magnets or normal magnets. This is a toroid cylinder magnet. You can feel that pull there, that invisible pull. I mean, we can't see it, but there's a strong pull there. It's either repelling or attracting. It's attracting. Okay, so I made another video earlier and this was in January. I made this iron fillings experiment video, and what happened was during this video that something weird happened where there was a fire and it suddenly started underneath the bridge. And this was when I was recording the video, and I know it's like an interference thing, you know, like the force is up against you. They'll make things happen, you know, to try and stop you from recording your videos. It happens with people who talk about these sort of things on their channel. So I'm very used to it. You just find ways around them. Anyway, so that was really, really weird, and it's really strange that also I tried to, there's only 2 parts of this video that I found today, and the other parts of the video are missing. So it's really, really unusual that they would have, because I remember they were all together and suddenly there's like a whole lot of them that are just missing. So it's really, really strange. Okay, so what you do, guys, is you get your iron filings, and basically what we want to do, what the whole experiment of this is to see the invisible magnetic field. Alright, because normally, unless you're a hybrid or evolved being or an ET, normally humans can't see magnetic fields. So basically what I'm doing is just going to try this, and with the iron filings you're going to be able to see the shape of the magnetic field and how it forms. So I'm just going to pour all of these iron filings here. Just making them circles. Okay, and so for example, we'll just use this one here, and we'll see how that reacts to the iron filings. It's funny how they draw the magnetic field as these lines, but when you actually look at it, it looks like Kirlian energy spikes. And when I see through my third eye, when I look at energy around people and plants, this is actually what I see. I don't actually see lines or anything. I see these energy spikes. You know, like Kirlian energy when they've photographed it. And that's actually what I see in my third eye around people. And it's funny that when I use the iron filings, I mean, although we can't, if I put it, for example, here, you'll be able to see the rest of these lines. Like, but they're all these lines, and so you can see more of the magnetic field there. But it's interesting that it looks like spikes. Take a close look at that and have a look at the iron filings, and so that's a magnetic field, guys. So if you can't see it, these iron filings are attracted to this magnet, and I've made this magnetic field around it. Look how interesting that looks. Now the hard part, getting all this stuff off. Pull it off. Oh goodness. Okay. So what else am I gonna do? What we'll do, we'll put this because they like have these opposite poles on the magnet, yeah? So what I'll do is I'll put some more iron filings down. Iron filings, magnetic, okay? Not falling asleep there, watching my video. Notice people seem to be dazing off, so I'm gonna make my videos a little bit more exciting for you. Okay, now I'm gonna put some more. You see how it's this is one pole, and this is another pole here. We have these two magnetic poles, just like on the Earth, yeah. And let's create this little cap. Just gonna open it up and you can see how as we do this we can see more of this invisible magnetic field around here that we couldn't see before. Isn't that amazing? See how it's just attracting. I'll put it around or a shape that you can see. Can you see that? Looks quite strange, but what I'll do is take a closer look and you see how I've got that magnetic field. There's one pole there and one pole there, and it looks like these energy spikes here, and attracting it. It was really weird when you try and put your finger over it. Yeah, so we got those. That's what it looks like, and we can see this magnetic field here attracting to this pole here, and here, you know, has this sort of pattern, and here as well. It's like drawing it in here and then out here, and drawing it in here and out here and through. And yes, okay. So I've got. Look, I've just been moving it around here and collecting. It's just cleaning up all these iron filings. I'm just spinning it and spinning it. I'm just doing a nice job of cleaning all of that up. We just attract to this, but look how strong this magnet is. Just sweep up that mess. Sweep up that mess. Okay, so now we have you can see the magnetic field on this magnet rod. Very cool, yeah. Very cool. Interesting. So, if we sort of take some off and sprinkle them out, sprinkle them here, you start to see that more of the pattern as well. Pattern being drawn in there. Okay, so I've taken this magnetic rod out and I've got this here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this under the table and I'm going to see what happens. Oh, I'm just moving. Can you see how it's reacting and moving? Oh, this looks amazing. Wow. 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 I have to move the camera. I want you to see this. This reminds me of nanotechnology. Nanorobots, doesn't it? It's amazing. Nanotechnology. My magnet, you can see it there. Just swimming underneath. This is is very cool. You know what I'll do is I'll spread them apart so you can see them a bit more. Spread them all over the place like this. Wow, this is really meditative. Now let's just look at that, it's really cool. Okay. Let's pick up all those iron filings. Wow. I've got a rod here and I'm just gonna sprinkle some filings around. Sprinkle around. So now we can see that magnetic field there and the formation. Interesting that. Just going over this area. And when they show you diagrams on the internet of magnetic fields, they draw all these lines in between because there are these invisible lines, but you can imagine it as more of like Kirlian energy in the form of lines and just pulling it like this, and it's really cool. So you can try this. And you know what, let's try this with another. Oh, it's repelling it away. Okay. Same thing I want to talk about and explain to you, and something to do with telekinesis that I found out. Basically, aliens who have telekinesis have a lot of energy, and if you think of anything that has a high frequency, has a shorter wavelength and more power to it. So they have very strong energy fields. And this is why they're capable of doing telekinesis. And it's also their evolutionary abilities they've evolved with. Now with humans, we're not strong enough our energy levels aren't, well, they kind of keep it from the public that this stuff is real, so no one will try and develop telekinesis in the first place. So it's a programming, number one, and the generational thing as well, where people haven't really practiced telekinesis and it's not genetic. So, but like with anything, you can learn any ability, so it's not a genetic thing. You can learn how to develop telekinesis. All you need is the energy. And at the moment, humans, they're kind of trying to keep humans on a lower vibrational level and telling us that we can't do anything, we're not special, all that programming and lies. And so what I'll show you here is will explain everything what I'm trying to explain to you, yeah? If you have these two magnets here, imagine one is an extraterrestrial, yeah? And the other one is the object. And the extraterrestrial wants to bring this object towards him with telekinesis. And obviously they have DNA can be programmed and with energy. And so they have very, very strong energy fields. It's nothing like a human. They have incredible abilities. That's why they're able to pass through dimensions. To be able to pass through dimensions in space, because we live in the third dimension, you need a great deal of energy. And so you need a very high frequency wave, a lot of energy to do that. So they're not from here. They're from other, aliens are from other dimensions in space. They can be from the third dimension, but normally a lot of them are from the fourth and fifth dimensions and beyond. So this is why so all the programming is on Earth, and this is why humans haven't evolved. We don't have, they're keeping this knowledge from us, and humans can certainly develop telekinesis. They just haven't done practicing and the proper techniques and the energy levels you need to build for it is important. So basically imagine this is an ET. It's got a very strong pull to it. You see that? A strong energy field. And so that is why even some humans that have telekinesis, a lot of them have alien DNA in them. They can move objects because they have a very they can channel more energy through their bodies. Yeah, a high frequency. So that's what I will also explain to you, because a lot of you watched my telekinesis video, and I found, and there's a drawing I made of the girl, and I showed you a picture of what's happening with the telekinesis, and I'll put it in. So basically it's all to do with energy and magnetic field and how much energy you can produce to move an object and practice. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this iron filings video and learned a little bit about telekinesis too and how that works, because it is real. Humans can learn telekinesis, or programming trying to keep it from us. With aliens, you know, pretty much every alien I've spoken with has telekinesis. So you have to wonder why humans don't have it. It's like they've genetically modified us and programmed us. And you know, it's not even, it is modification for a certain population, a certain amount of humans on the planet. But for most humans, there's no stopping you, and anyone can develop telekinesis.
Think of it this way: if you can imagine it in your head, then it can be done. If you can imagine anything or an idea or concept, there's always a way to do it, and it can be done. So anyway guys, as I finished this video, I looked at my phone and guess what I saw? 1111. So that's a sign for you guys that you're going to get spiritual divine gifts, and you're going to develop your abilities too. So that's a sign. So anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.